You want to have that beautiful school vibe, but you want to keep it for more than 2 weeks. So in this video, we're not gonna focus on building a beautiful Pinterest board. We're gonna focus on building a system so that you can make it sustainable and efficient. I think you can already be proud of yourself because you're doing the first step, which is to educate yourself. Learn about study methods, how to take notes, read faster, but make sure that you take advice from people that you admire, who get what you desire to have. This step is not the hardest, but it's definitely the most important. If you don't do this one, you won't succeed. You want to focus on the right thing. You want to put your energy where it truly matters. It can be grades, friendship, health, beauty, satisfaction, being intelligent, being the best. Make sure that you always allowed more time to your top 3. The rest is just like, you don't really need them. This step is hard because you consciously let go of things that you like, but that you don't love. It's hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's necessary. To make sure you don't miss how I make this aesthetic sustainable, then follow to see other videos that will be upcoming really soon. Imagine you go in class, you open your computer, you go on Notion, and boom, you got your aesthetic, you know how to take notes, you know how to study. All of this in one page. So this is the goal we're working towards. You can create your own or use someone else's template as I did. The goal is really to make it efficient and simple, to make it so clear that you don't even have to look for things, you don't need to overcomplicate it what is already hard. You can make it as pretty as you want, but you gotta make your note taking really simple and efficient. I personally made my own, and after classes I will write down in simple word what this class was about, and I'm gonna ask and create questions for myself so I can test my knowledge later on. You'll find the perfect things for you. That's what I said. You want to watch videos and read books about efficient studying because you're not a scientist and you don't know exactly what's the best for you. So make sure you take time to learn about that. Once you're in that motion, once you gotta focus on studies, you kind of lose yourself and you start to do what everyone else do. But that's not the goal, right? The goal is to focus on what is important for you. But how to know who you want to be, how to rebrand yourself. It's not something that you do in a week, that just by changing the way you dress, changing your Pinterest feed, you're gonna change and rebrand yourself. You need to sit down and notice what you need to do to be that person that you admire. How does she act, things, study? What are your top values and what qualities do you want to have? When you rebrand yourself, the goal is not to dress up. It's to actually become the person. Once you step into that new personality, it's not the outcome that will be the reward, but the process, because you will finally be the person that you look up to. For me, I want to look more outgoing in school and say hi to the person next to me before she talks to me. The sacrifice is comfort because it's so uncertain. What if the person looks at me like, what are you trying to do? With times, it's gonna become natural and I'm gonna be proud that this person that asks first, that talks to others, is now me. Now we want to wrap it up and make sure that what we've done, we're gonna stick to it. Third part is discipline. Of course, everyone talks about discipline. What is it? It's to do something because the goal is bigger than your current feeling. So it's to study, to talk, to act like you've told yourself you would do, even if you feel unconfident. To have an aesthetic all year long, you gotta have a system that allows you to focus on something else. You gotta know what you want to have and who you want to be. And you gotta be disciplined because you're not always gonna feel like doing your homework, but you promised yourself you'll do it. So you gotta keep it. This is the only way you'll actually be consistent. And make sure, if you want to know how I keep that all year long, well, actually do it. You can follow so we can have a beautiful, aesthetic, and successful year together. I hope I'll see you another time. don't forget to take action and make effort.